but you're the first group to see it. So we appreciate you guys and having the opportunity to stand and Benji to be on your program today to talk about our herd health program. This is not your average vaccination program that we've always heard about. I know on the beef cattle side, we're always thinking of a vaccination program that, yeah, I'm going to vaccinate my cattle and that kind of thing, and I'm going to get a premium at the market because of that. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a herd health program. And you'll see more about it here in just a moment. This is not necessarily for somebody just selling feeder cattle or selling Holstein steers. This is for the whole herd. And we feel like that's going to be the big change. And as Commissioner Hatcher mentioned, we got a lot of folks that have bought head gates, squeeze chutes, working systems out there through Ag Enhancement over the last 15 years. I hate to say it, some of those hadn't been used as much as they should have been. Well, that's what this is about, to kind of encourage some folks to use it. And we're very excited about the chance to talk with you guys about it today. This is an effort to improve the health and reputation of Tennessee cattle. And we're adding a herd health program component to the Ag Enhancement program. And notice that this will target both beef and dairy producers. And we're talking about breeding stock, which in your case would include cows, bulls, and replacement heifers, as well as calves. This is a herd health program. This is not a sure health program. You know, there's been a lot of programs in the past that's been out there. This is a whole herd health program, and we're very excited about it. The requirements of this program for breeding stock, cows, bulls, and replacement heifers, as I said, this is basic. You guys already know this. If you're, and obviously you're serious about the cattle business, or you wouldn't be here today. You're already doing all this. I get that, but still, though, in this program, we are going to be encouraging and requiring, if you would, vaccination for blackleg, IBR, BVD, PI3, BRSV, as well as lepto. It's a combination, of course, vaccine and treatment for external and internal parasites. I realize that's just a base program, but we got a lot of folks in the state, on the beef side in particular, that aren't vaccinating at all. And that's a lot what this is targeted towards, but we want the dairy producers to be in the middle of it too. We have feeder calf requirements. Yeah, you got your cows up and all the other stuff. Well, you need to be working your calves too, and they can participate. That they'd have to do items 1 and 3 above, as well as all male calves castrated and all cattle are dehorned. The incentive, now this is a departure from the way we've done it in Ag Enhancement. It's been a cost share. In this case, it's going to be an incentive, $15 a head, up to $1,000. And y'all know what these vaccines cost. You want to have half that in the cost of the vaccine and the dewormer, but the rest of it's the labor and also the incentive to get folks to do this bare minimum program that we have here, and that's up to $1,000. Also, it's kind of like whenever you go to McDonald's, they always ask you if you want fries with that or supersize it or whatever. Well, we call this additional opportunities. And this is something that I recommended, and I appreciate Commissioner Hatcher wanting to include it in the program. But we feel like it's very, very important for cattle producers to have a good working relationship with a large animal veterinarian. A lot of folks don't have that. Some of the best money, as far as I'm concerned, that I'm spending on my farm is my working relationship with my large animal veterinarian, Dr. Elizabeth Mitchell from Brush Creek, Tennessee. So we've got a little incentive in there that for fees or services up over $200, we'll give you a $100 cost share, if you would, as part of this to get that relationship going between a large animal veterinarian and a cattle producer. In addition, we feel like the testing of BVD, PI is very, very important. And of course, the testing is free through us, but we want to offer the folks that participate in this program a $5 a head incentive to test for that. And then if they so choose to identify their cattle with an 840 approved ear tag, $2 incentive up to $100 to do that. So that would make any combination of the program, as I said, $1,000 towards vaccinations, but then you have the add-ons, any combination of the program for options for a maximum of $1,500 per participant to be part of this program. We're going to require participation in this program. Number one, an affidavit signed by the producer that they've done this. Second thing we're going to require is a treatment record. And any of us that have been participating in the Ag Enhancement or Beef Quality Assurance, we've got a manual that we're supposed to be reading called the BQA manual, and in the back of it is a treatment record. We want folks to start using the treatment records to document, if you would, what they have done. And that's going to be the documentation that we're going to require in order to be reimbursed. We do not want receipts from your local farm supply store. I mean, I know how that is. Some of the vaccines I'll buy, and it may be, they're still in date or whatever. It may be 3 or 4 or 5 months before I use them all up. All we want is your the animal ID, the date vaccinated, product name, product expiration date, and you sign it. We may do some spot checking and some titers to make sure that you're doing what you're saying, but that's all we want in order to participate in the program. And then if you do the BVD PI lab test, the records that you would have, if we would include, they should be included also in the documentation. Our logistics, just like with Ag Enhancement and the other livestock related programs, you got to have a minimum of 30 head. As Commissioner Hatcher mentioned, we have a pilot program that's being put together to test the logistics of this from March to May. We're going to see what we learn in June as we're putting together the applications for the fall. So this would be part of Ag Enhancement in the program that you would sign up for October 1 through 15th, 2019. Any questions? I've gone over that rather hurriedly. Now, you guys are, we get it. You guys are already doing much more than this, but this is targeted a lot, towards the folks that are not, maybe they haven't participated in Ag Enhancement, or maybe they bought the equipment that they haven't used it. And we just feel like that, improving the herd health of Tennessee's cattle, both beef and dairy, is something that definitely needs to happen. As I said, this is going to be a pilot program. We already talked this morning. Commissioner Hatcher had another idea or two that we may have as additional opportunities for folks that we're going to test, if you would, in the next 90 days, and see whether it'll work perfectly for the program this fall. Any questions? Well, very good. Appreciate the opportunity. And my final slide, just in case some of y'all are not aware, did I mention that Tennessee's #1 in the country? I don't know where maybe I didn't, and that we're 17-1, the best start in our college program history. Go Vols, and hope y'all have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you.
No problem.